my last big video, I kind of talked about what I do. I'm a manager for a security company. I am in charge of the entire county for, say, a moderately sized security company in California. And I deal with a lot of crap. I am the one that picks up the slack. I am the solution maker. When people have issues, they come to me. But I also have bosses, clients coming to me for other issues. And, oh man, it is insane. I'm starting to reach my boiling point. The point of this video isn't for me to just rant about work. Something I notice that we all deal with, the grind. We all deal with the day-to-day, get up, put the shoes on, brush the sleepiness from your eyes, and push forward. Every one of us. If you're in a management position or even maybe a supervisor position, it might feel a little harder, but some of my employees make more than I do because they have overtime, and I'm just like, I'm the one moving the cogs. You know, I'm the driving force that makes sure that the cogs move. Machinations of the business, if you will. It's that day-to-day grind. I have 2 points with this Wulff droppings video. One is, don't make it harder on other people. There's a great quote by Patton Oswalt, the comedian. If you're not familiar with Patton Oswalt, he's kind of a giant man baby. He doesn't act like that, he looks like that. It's funny because my kid, like, if you look at it at a certain angle, he looks like Patton Oswalt, and I'm pretty sure everybody's kid at a certain angle, when they're young enough, looks like Patton Oswalt. When they're babies, toddlers, infants. So. But anyway, great quote. It's chaos, be kind. It was actually from his late wife. He's got a special where he talks about that. It's actually a pretty deep few words if you think about it, because we're all dealing with crap. This transient that you can't see that is currently on a bicycle covered in scarves. They have issues I don't understand, and I have issues they don't understand. So we can't be making it harder for each other. There's one employee who I have talked to at multiple posts for multiple reasons. He has been caught sleeping at a post a few times, probably more times than my supervisor let me know about when they were at one of our posts. I really only have one supervisor below me. Over people. God, I don't understand people. I just saw people sit at a red light instead of letting a emergency vehicle go past. That's insane. Anyway, yeah, this employee was literally on camera falling asleep. You can see yourself on camera. You were sitting there in front of cameras. I went to him and I said, hey, is there anything wrong? You know, maybe you should get tested for narcolepsy, because I don't know what's going on in this guy's life. But over and over again with falling asleep on post, and even when he's not asleep, he's still aloof. He's barely there. He's essentially just a warm heartbeat in a uniform. And even then, the uniform's not always great. Like, I've had to talk to him about that. I like being able to help people. That's one of the reasons I got into security, you know, as I actually care about people. You know, I legit like helping people. I legit like being the person that you can come to. It's one of the reasons I like being in a manager position. Most of my day is wrangling the chaos and putting out metaphorical fires and just figuring stuff out. And I like that stuff. But yeah, this guy, I don't know how to help him. But here's the thing. He has got a super chill position, or had, before I had to pull him from the site. Just sitting there watching cameras all night, or even half the night, actually. I don't know what else he's got going on in life. There's only so much I can even legally ask. If he needed help or something, he could totally ask me. I don't know if I've made that clear enough, but I'm his boss, so it's probably a little difficult. By him being like, well, I'm just going to take a nap in front of a freaking camera that I can see and I know is recording. How do you not care that much? I don't understand that. I do not understand how people do not care that much, to that degree. What is going on in his life that makes him not do that? Well, anyway. See other things, people calling me constantly. By thinking he's gonna sleep at a job that just got everybody a raise too. So now he's making more money at this post, or was making more money at this post. And he's just like gaffs it off. And now I'm like down a person again. We're already like really short. And I'm the one that's got to make up for it. Well, there's another post where somebody's out for medical reasons, a much more excusable reason, obviously. And I have to cover that post. I can't. They're at the same time. I can't cover both. As the manager, I pick up the slack. There's a vacancy. I have to fill it. I got to make sure that machinations are moving. And I'm like, why, if you're in this chill post, would you want to make my life harder just because, I don't know, you're tired? Down an energy drink. Sleep more at home. Like, what is going on? So my first point is, don't make it hard for others. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that lets your team down, no matter what industry you're in. Security, you very much have to trust the people around you. You don't know if you're going to get into a situation where you need the person next to you to back you up. Obviously, we call law enforcement when fan and feces collide. But up until that point, it's just us, and we're there as a preventative measure, whereas law enforcement are more reactionary because they're seeing the crime or going to the crime that's already in progress. I don't know to what degree they really prevent, but with security, you're like 95% prevention. I mean, just being there in uniform is prevention, because you're a visible sight that might deter some ne'er-do-wells. So yeah, don't let people down. Like, we're all grinding. Every single one of us is living paycheck to paycheck, on this level for sure. Just pushing it, grinding it. I mean, I do this, obviously trying to have a YouTube channel is part of my Gothi duties at this point. But that's hurting. My Gothi duties are hurt because my job just sucks so much of my time. And then obviously I'm a dad, you know, I have to help the wife out with the kid. I bring home the proverbial bacon. This is what works out with our financial situation. The job she had was basically minimum wage, and we basically just going to work just to pay for childcare. What's the point of doing that when you can just raise your own child, right? It's all chaos. Be kind. My second point is that we're all doing it. You're not alone. If you're stressed, living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I'm in charge of the entire county for this company, and we're about to go on welfare, to be honest. I don't make enough I did not too long ago, and they cut my hours. Like, oh, you have to get rid of all your overtime. So, you know, that makes sense to do for the person who's running everything for you. Not to sound too embittered. We're all doing this day-to-day grind, working on reaching that next plateau. Well, I have two different companies are gonna contact me hopefully soon, so I'll be making more pretty soon, and hopefully that'll have a little less stress. Yeah, just playing the waiting game. That's based on my reputation. People have seen me work. But the one that's in-house, it's someone that's seen me work, and somebody that works for them is somebody that used to work for me, who actually helped recommend me. And because I did right by him as soon as I took over the company in this area, I got people raises, and I tried to have a better team. I've been trying to create systems and do things that are necessary. Yeah, because I did all that, he recommended me to his boss, and his boss has also seen me work, called me up and said, hey, can you put in a resume? But now we're just playing the waiting game. You know, I think the grind pays off. Obviously, you have to be smart about it, and don't be biased. Like, I had one employee who believed he should have had my position because he had all this experience and all this, that, and the other, but he had been pulled from multiple sites. Found out right after he left that he actually sexually harassed somebody, and they did not come forward about it. They still haven't talked to me about it. I heard that actually from employees. Tried to make it clear that, you know, if she'd come forward, we would have done something. But anyway, yeah, he was super biased and just thought that he was entitled to my position, when in reality he was just a walking ego, which sometimes you encounter in security. You know, you have these people that want to be cops, and I've thought about that, but I'm not like acting like a cop just because that might be a great career move for me. Doesn't mean, you know, I want to walk around with a gun and have state authority. I'm not going to act that way because I'm a guard and I have a different job. Not to mention, like, you can get in so much legal trouble, even for just overstepping your bounds. Like, I don't have the same protections that law enforcement does. My best defense, and honestly, if I was a cop, I'd probably do this too, is making sure people are calm and just kind of having that, like, friendly, like, hey. But this guy, like, drove around in a caged car, and oh man, I had stories for days about, I don't know, somebody told me that he had a story about fighting Somali pirates down in Brazil or something, which I'm pretty sure Somali pirates are over by Somalia. That's just my thought. It's all chaos. Be kind. You don't know what somebody else is going through, and you know you're not alone if you're going through this. I was insanely stressed this morning. Honestly, venting a little bit on this video has helped me. Now back to the grind.